In the meantime, you've heard a lot about Donald Trump and his limitations, 35% ceiling, he can't do better than that. Well, of course, in the state of Arizona, he did do better than that, about half the vote in. Of course, didn't do quite as well as that in Utah, where he was lucky to get about 30% of the vote. Having said all of that, former Deputy Assistant to George W. Bush, Brad Blakeman, on playing this out and going a little bit beyond what Colin and I were chatting about, how does the math look to you, like factoring all of these cross currents in on Donald Trump and whether he can get to that number?
Neil, I think he's going to go right to the end and probably fall a little short. And as you guys pointed out, it's going to be pretty tough to deny him the nomination if he comes that close. But, you know, I went back to the book that Trump gave me, The Art of the Deal, the second best book next to the Bible. And in that book, one of the key principles is closing the deal. And it's up to Donald Trump to close the deal. Right now, he's been winning with a plurality, not a majority. He's bringing tons of new people into the party, that's for sure. But it's really up to Donald Trump to close the deal. And if he can't, it must be renegotiated at the convention, following the rules, doing the horse trading that's necessary to get those delegates. That's an important part of the political process.
You know, and with the exception of Gerald Ford, a sitting president, getting a stiff challenge from Ronald Reagan, very few get to their convention with all the delegates locked down, either Democrat or Republican, unless
That's
they're
true.
unchallenged. And that was the case certainly with Barack Obama 8 years ago. It was the case with Mitt Romney just 4 years ago. But they have enough of a lead and cobble together enough deals to close the deal on the first ballot. If he's as close as some of these folks were laying it out to Connell, within 20, 30 delegates, can he do that? Are you confident he could do that? Donald Trump could work something to get those delegates?
I think he can, Neil, but he shouldn't wait to start. There are a lot of freed up delegates now with the candidates that dropped out. He should be on the phone every day while he's in the air.
We're told that Ted Cruz is on the phone with them. I don't know how aggressive Trump's folks have been, but definitely Cruz has been working that.
Absolutely, but Donald Trump is a negotiator. He tells us how great he is at making deals. This is a deal. This is the deal of a lifetime. And he needs to not only unify the party to win in a general election, but in order to get that nomination, he has to start horse trading now. He has to start appealing to those freed up delegates. He has to lay the pathwork to a convention. The convention plan has to be part of his plan, just like he hopes to win it outright. If he doesn't, he better have something to fall back on.
But your opinion is, and I know I always get grief from you, Trump supporters, people who think, oh, you're an establishment lapdog. I don't even know. They say horrible things and I feel like crying afterwards. Leaving that out of it. I think rules are rules, and I know they could change some rules, but the basic one is that number. So you are not of the opinion that Donald Trump has a big enough lead, significant over his nearest rival, let's say Ted Cruz, you just don't hand the guy the nomination.
Yeah, absolutely not, and they shouldn't throw in the towel now, because it's not a fait accompli that Donald Trump is going to be able to get there. And if he's not able to get there, there's another process by which he could, and that is going to the convention. Those are the rules. Everybody should play by the same rules, and if he does it right, he'll be the nominee.
Thank you, my friend. Very good having you, as
Pleasure.
always.